Clementine! Ford!
No, no. Might I have some space, please? I'm busy. Busy, yes. Preoccupied. It means I am otherwise engrossed. Really? Must you? Oh, very well. You are infuriatingly persistent. What? Have you lost your way? Separated from your kith and kin? You... Ah... You are not Dran. Do I not look the part to perfection? I thought my disguise was quite clever. But you are insightful. Indeed, I am Faye. My name is Laywise, royal scribe to the one true king. Former scribe, I suppose. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Whatever might you be called? You don't trust me with your name, is that it? Wise. Very wise. Names are precious things, especially when left at the mercy of someone else's quill. But for the record's sake, I simply must know what brings an outsider to the one true king's blood-soaked realm. Oh dear. I dare say you might find her in the king's castle. Now that the king has returned from the dead, he sees a traitor in every Fae. And traitors are dismembered, impaled, squashed, plucked, limb from limb. Outsiders as well, most certainly. He adorns his castle with their corpses. But if you're quick, perhaps you'll find her head. You would bear your steel against the king? My apologies. Many hands have attempted regicide over the eons. The imposter king even succeeded. Or so we thought. But now the one true king has returned and the Fae are doomed. He will cull every last one of us until only the Dran remain, I suspect. Yes. Doomed. Yes, that is precisely why I must leave this place. Me? Craft something? With my hands? Like the common rabble? I am a royal scribe, a master of words and wit, the stenographer, the very voice of the king. I see now. This is splendid. Yes, my clever disguise has fooled you thoroughly. As it happens, the Dran who once adorned these garments carried some supplies on his person, yes? I would happily give them to you. For a small, meager price. I do. But for you, I'll make an exception. The one true king rules these lands. Since time immemorial, he has brought order to chaos, purgation to our wicked depravity. That is, until he was betrayed, assassinated. By whom, precisely, depends upon the Fae you ask. Some say it was the imposter king, Faerun. Others say it was the king's very own council. Less indefinite is that a dark magic was called upon to perform the deed. The king's death caused a schism in this world, Ours has become conjoined with another, that of the Dran. Yet the time for culpability has long since passed. The one true king has returned from the dead. Or perhaps he was never truly dead to begin with. Why, I know who killed the king. There are a great many things a royal scribe comes to know. Confidences, machinations, indiscretions, all of which I will take to my lonesome grave, mind you. But that cognizance has, regrettably, left me in a precarious position, implicated me, so to speak. And now I cannot return. Me? But I don't know anything at all. Truly. Wherever would you get that idea? I'm but a lonely, mindless Dran. The one true king seeks vengeance upon the Fae, namely the naysayers who usurped him, although he offers no inquisition on the matter, only the pike. Yet he has taken a liking to the Dran, docile, malleable, obedient. All things we Fae are, by and large, not. Thus, I dress like this, that his pervading gaze not notice my lowly, negligible presence. Quite clever of me, really. While my disguise is incredibly thorough, it's merely a temporary measure. The Dran are so terribly dull-witted, they hardly notice my presence at all. But the same cannot be said for the king. Should I dally here too long, he will inevitably find me. Did you descry the boat far upon the horizon? Once this deluge ceases, you won't see me again. I seldom left the king's side. As his loyal scrivener, I put his every distinguished word to ink. There was no one more dutiful nor loyal than I. Decrees, musings, secrets, all must be recorded for posterity's sake. Yes, well, I had little choice in the matter. Every member of his court is hand-selected. I was so very honored, humbled, and deeply honored. And there's no refusing the one true king. He bid me to serve, and serve I did, without question. Some Fae took to courtly duties better than others. For many, servitude fostered only resentment. Not for myself. I naturally served faithfully and diligently and without protest. The king has ever been harsh, given the nature of his charges. Many Fae have rebelled in the past, but now that one of us has actually bested him, he has changed. Paranoia has taken reign of his senses, and in the eyes of a mad king, all are presumed guilty. Perhaps he loved the Fae once, but no longer. You're not still curious? Fine. I may not be here when you return.
Footsteps. The putrid smell of mortality. Another traitor. Or a wayward child in need of suckling. Tell me, who dares? Who dares disturb the one true king's solitude? Speak, or lose your tongue. I have heard as much from traitorous tongues. Filthy lies! be warned that I suffer no fools. If you wish to live, prove your loyalty by slaying the duplicitous lesser goddess Numnue. Or raise your pathetic hand against me, and your mortal suffering ends here and now. Which will it be? Numnue, the Lady of the Lake, confidant turned traitor. Even now she is bound by her treachery and my shackles. Find her in her secluded prison tower. Kill her, traveler, and make certain that it is neither quick nor painless. Make her writhe in pain! Do that, and I shall reward you. My patience wears thin, mortal. Yet, I am curious. What simple ponderings preoccupy rotten beasts such as yourself? I shall allow it. You may ask your question with haste. Are you not rather impudent for a mortal? Such hubris. I am not cruel. I am just. I am a king. The one true king of the Fae. My people. Heathens. Savages. They respond only to cruelty. Without said cruelty, they would fall into chaos. This world would be awash in blood and agony. If only they were as docile as those Dran creatures. A goblet of cruelty to prevent an ocean of turmoil. It is a fitting exchange. And they reap what they have sown. I cared for them, looked after them, and they betrayed me. They are lucky I do not engulf this whole world in flames. Such is the weight of my crown. Very well. You may ask one more question, and one alone. Choose wisely and swiftly. That is not a question. Do not try your luck, mortal. The scribe. I can scarcely recall the rat's measly existence. But if he yet lives, it shall not be for long. None shall escape their due retribution, even the most inconsequential of rodents. You would do well to remember that. Numnue, the Lady of even now, find the Fae. My Fae are fallen creatures requiring an iron rule to prosper. Savages prone to base hungers, yet with such beauty and potential within. They are traitors! Traitorous infidels at their very core! Meat for my skewers, the lot of them! Such are the Fae. The Dran are unfamiliar to even me, the god and one true king of this realm. Yet they are loyal and obedient as lower creatures ought to be. They did not exist in the world before I was betrayed into a dreamless sleep, but eagerly awaited my rule upon my awakening. A replacement and punishment for the treacherous Fae, perhaps. Take note, traveler, for in a world of savagery, the choice at hand is a bent knee or a broken neck. Even fine. Do that. The insect thinks it stands a chance. How amusing. Know that you are little more than a pest, flittering about at the feet of a goddess. That is why I shall deign to temporarily grant you the power to do my bidding. To that end, take this. Your orders are clear. Do not return until the deed is done. I have spoken. Take your leave now.
Whew.
A strange creature awash in a strange land. How curious. Prithee, tell, have you come to do the one true king's bidding, or to chase the thread of fate that has brought us each to this moment? So it is. For even a goddess must answer for her actions, lofty though her intentions may have been. Yet things are not so simple as they seem. You and I and these kingdoms twain are at a crossroads. and it is you alone who holds the compass. I am Namue, goddess of the Fae, lady of the lake, seer, and counselor to the one true king. Or so I was. And you? Who are you, strange one? As expected. I am listening, traveler. Like you say? You are a unique taste, strange one. Unknown to me. But your form, perhaps. Yes, it is familiar. I may have seen this friend of yours in dreams and visions. She wears your shape, yes. But the strange one returns, and yet something has changed within your heart. I can tell by the look upon your face and the pained aura that surrounds you. You have met the king. No, do not attempt to deny it. I see all. So the hour of reckoning has come at last. Very well. The Mad King wishes you to kill me out of vengeance for my part in the betrayal that cursed his mind. As for myself, I wish to be spared, that I might one day remedy the ills that I unwittingly unleashed upon this world. And also for the king to be put out of his misery. Because I am the only one who might set things right. And I am close. So close. I simply need more precious time. Yet I know how you mortals operate. Rest assured that a handsome reward awaits you in the wake of such mercy. Like this derelict lighthouse of the Dran, there was once a beacon of hope that guided the Fae ever on. Yet that light need not stay dampened. Will you light the way? Have you the courage to set right what the gods themselves have set asunder? Decide, strange one. Duty or hope? Sweet mercy, and from a mortal to a goddess, no less. It shall not be forgotten nor taken for granted. I thank you, strange traveler. As promised, a reward befitting your deed. Take it, along with my eternal gratitude. I trust that I shall see you once more after your efforts have come to fruition. And the Mad King has been laid to eternal rest. All within this realm are counting on you for our freedom, the most divine gift of all. There is not a moment to waste. Until we meet again, fare thee well. You have my now there is but one task remaining. Should you have the stomach for it. You are unlike any creature I have crossed paths with. I sense great power within you. The one true king clearly sensed the same. Enough to believe that you could slay a goddess. And so I must request a similar favor. Though it burdens my heart, our king has lost his reason and run amok. Our world shall slip ever deeper into peril should we fail to put a stop to his bloodlust. You have done so much, yet I ask that you bestow one more mercy. End the king's suffering. Grant him the peace that was stolen from him. Take heed, for should you meet him again, death is the only outcome. Yours or his. Choose well, strange one. Goodbye, and good fortune. I anticipate. When the one true king was deposed at the hands of those he trusted most, the cost our precious kingdom suffered was greater than we ever could have imagined. Convinced of the plot's merits, I lent my power to the treachery, bewitching a dagger that it may be capable of killing a god such as he. At the last moment, I realized the folly of my actions, and secretly altered the spell to instead lull him into a deep slumber. Aside from sparing the Fae his brutality, I had no way of knowing this act would affect our world, much less in so dire a manner. The one true king was spared his regicide, but by means of a dark magic. Two kingdoms twined, our beloved kingdom of the Fae and the unfamiliar world of the Dran. Oh, how it stabs at unhealed wounds. But as you wish, I shall tell you what transpired between myself and the king whose trust and favor I once enjoyed. The one true king ruled the kingdom of the Fae with an iron fist, mollifying his subjects with promises of freedom and prosperity. And to be sure, there was prosperity. For some, those who did not offer praise and fealty, who did not share in the royal values, who were deemed unworthy in myriad ways. Their prosperity was taken and given to the favored. It was freedom for some, at a cost to many. And eventually, there were those who sought to plot against him. And they turned the ear of his closest confidants. Yes, myself included. Yet another unintended consequence of our ill-fated meddling. When I sent the king into his unending slumber and beheld the ensuing chaos of two worlds colliding, I at once sought to fix what had been broken. To that end, I used my own life force and the king's blood to concoct an elixir that would awaken the one true king. I hoped that returning things to the way they were would also free our worlds from their entwinement. How wrong I was. The king did awaken, but nothing else altered. Save one more horrendous consequence. The one true king's mind was somehow corrupted as he slumbered. Tyrannical though he was, he always cared for the Fae. Each act, no matter how merciless, was undertaken to protect this world from their savage ways. Yet that care has melted away, lost in the molten flames of his mad rage. The king I once served, once counted as a friend, is no more. What remains is a true tyrant who is killing the Fae indiscriminately as recompense for his betrayal. And who has sent you to kill a tethered goddess for that same reason? By the hand of the one true king. He is the most powerful being in this world, more so than even myself. He alone is capable of such an act, though I played a part in his betrayal. I alone am the one who brought him back from his eternal slumber. My reward was a delayed death, that I might consider my betrayal and amply feel the weight of it. Be advised, strange one. Do not underestimate the one true king, nor trust him in his present state of madness. To do so would surely be your last mistake. Until our paths cross.
Is your task complete, or your life forfeit? A choice has been made, a fate sealed. Tell me, and pray that your words are sufficient to save your insignificant life. She is dead. The lady is dead. The one soul who could faintly understand the weight of my crown and power. My former advisor and friend. She is dead. Killed. Good. Yes, you have done well, traveler. You killed a goddess. Most impressive. Your reward is my respect. And a swift death. After all, it is only a matter of time until you set your sights higher still. Treachery shall not be allowed! Death to traitors! Make your peace, filthy mortal! Come! I shall not sully my throne with your unworthy blood! You are but a drop in my rain of blood. A lost whisper in the echo of eternity. Return to the nothingness from whence you came!
I'm starting to think Clementine isn't here. So, what now? I'll just find the nearest world stone. I don't like the looks of this.
Fine. Where are the guests? You there! The feast is ready. Come, eat! All are invited. All must come. We have taken great pains for this meal, toiled day and night. You will partake before you depart. Oh, they'll come. They'll come. We feast to the coronation of the... Nay, the return! The return of the one true king. He hath returned to us. We have even prepared a new delicacy for the occasion, one that the king loves and will love. Praise to the king, the one true king. There is one of him, after all, and he is true. Long did he reign. Yes, until he was betrayed by Phelan. Pharin, the prince. No, it was the council. I don't... They said the one true king was dead, but he wasn't. No, or he was. And then he returned to us. Yes, so long live the king. Again. What? No one? Wherever didst thou get that idea? Oh, the scribe. No, the scribe told me. The scribe! Where is the scribe? He is late again. He has always been late. Ever was I dragging him to the banquet hall, kicking and screaming. Oh, but he must eat. He's skinny like a twig, like thee. If you see him again, give him this. He will thank me. We have prepared day and night, friend. Day and night. Oh, it matters not. It is all in service of the one true king. Eat, friend, for the feast is ready. Why, a succulent beast! Dran, they are called. Oh, and they are plentiful here. So scrumptious, tender, juicy. They are even a favorite of the one true king. He hath said he will be pleased. Hogwash! Poppycock! The one true impostor loves the feast! Loves it! You need only take a bite, and you will love it too! Eat now!
I'm beginning to think you're fond of me. Oh? And what might it be? Ah! That is indeed mine. Only a royal scribe could possess such immaculate, such exceptional penmanship. Tragically, the tome absconded from my person when I fled the castle. Now, if you would be so kind, I trust you didn't go poking around inside, yes? Splendid! You've been such a good friend to me. Here, friend, take this as a token of my sincerest gratitude. From the feast, master, you said. Is it food? I've not eaten in days. Give it here. Oh, this is... Oh. Perhaps you should keep this. Well, that is very, truly kind, but I fear I must insist. But the Feastmaster is so frazzled these days, I'm positively certain he meant for you to have it. For the love of... Fine, fine. How wonderful! I presume you are expecting a reward, then? That's what all this is about? Here. Oh, alas. Oh? Ah, the Lady of the Lake. A great goddess of this realm. Once a great goddess, anyway. Enchained in a tower, you said? The most exalted are always the ones who plunge the farthest. Better to do one's bidding in the dark, far beneath the eyes of their betters. But what would I know? You killed you? I mean, you, of course, you, yes. I expected nothing less from someone so magnificent, so capable. Ever have I supported you from right here? Do you realize the magnitude of what you've done? You have freed the Fae. This means I can return to the castle and shed these foul garments. No throne in this realm remains unoccupied for long, and whoever succeeds the king will most certainly be in need of a diligent, esteemed, loyal scribe. Who's to say? The one true king did not believe us capable of ruling ourselves on account of our lesser natures. But he was not Fae, not truly. How could he possibly understand our minds, our desires, our potential? And now we are, at long last, unshackled. That is utterly, veritably free, thanks to you. Keep your eyes and ears open. Do ask them quietly. Anything for you. I will not miss.
Enter, mortal. Lives such as yours are too short to stand on hesitancy. Know that you stand in the presence of the divine, lord of all that surrounds you, and true-born heir to the one true king's throne. You may not be of the Fae, yet you reap the benefits of this kingdom with every breath. Know, strange one, that these lands and their people draw their life from my own, and shall do so eternally. For none have stood against me and lived. It is my hallowed duty to rule and watch over my subjects, just as it is the duty of my subjects to serve. Now that we share this understanding, I will accept your tribute as one who serves. Ah, yes. A tithe worthy of your divine master. It is the law of the Fae that I give you this in return. And by my law, foreigner, I also give you this. That I alone felt the one true king within this very hall. His throne reduced to ruin by my holy blade.
Yes, yes, of course. That is what I, and several other Fae, witnessed as well. It shall be written.
The mortal returns. Know that you now stand in the presence of the Red King, lord of this domain, and supreme sovereign of the Fae. Of all my subjects, you rise above. A champion amidst peasantry. Your assistance in my ascension is recognized and rewarded. Take this, and forever be known in these hallowed halls as a holy knight of the Red King. Away with you then. I have my kingdom to rule.
You're still alive? How unexpected. Pleasantly unexpected, of course. Whatever brings you to the throne room of the Red King? "'Tis a happy tale for all. The Red King has taken his rightful place upon the throne, and I've taken mine at his side. I even get to keep my personal quarters." will refer to him only as the Red King when you are honored by his magnificent presence, and elsewhere besides. He will make a fine ruler, for he is preordained to reign, destined. He rules by virtue of his very own divine providence. Hark! Long may the Red King reign, and all that. Well, I confess, I find them rather comfortable, and they have these convenient little flaps on the inside, within which items may be carried. Pockets. Truly unprecedented. Such a wonderful, innovative feature that I did not think the Dran capable of contriving. I should very much like to introduce my fellow Fae to this novel contrivance someday. You must pay first. Such is the way of the Fae.
My kingdom will endure. Only I was born.